told the team, listen, man, that's a good win. That's a good win. We'll take that. Man, do we have things to clean up? Was it perfect? No, it wasn't. But man, we did what we needed to do. Came in here, and I thought our guys were ready to compete. We fought, and once again, the best thing we did, we played complementary football, and that's what great teams do, man. And we always find a way, man. I thought our defense came out hot. They set the tone for the game. Thought Shep, man, had an outstanding plan. Those guys were ready to go. What do we have? 3 takeaways? 3 takeaways, 7 change stops that we had. You know, we throw the pick on offense. They're able to shut them down. We get the safety, you know. And so I thought it was awesome. And then, you know, we end up, when we need help, the offense responds. We go all the way down the field, finish that out, and really just kind of open it back up again. So really proud of the guys, and you know, it's a good win. And now we got Kansas City coming up. Look, I haven't seen everything. Obviously, I'll know more tomorrow. But, you know, I thought Alex was all over the field, came up big for us. You know, I thought Laporta was outstanding. St. Brown was outstanding. You know, Derek Barnes, 7 tackles, the safety, all over the field. There's just a number of guys that we'll get to, but I just know with my own eyes, you could feel it and you could see it. And quarterback played, man, very efficient football. It wasn't better than David Montgomery. You know, David had a perfect quarterback rating, but it was very close by a point. So,
just the takeaways, specifically, we really talk about Alex, Amik, Kirby, right? Defensive leaders, guys that when you need big plays, those are usually the guys that just how impactful were those. Then to turn those into 14 points and really ended up being the difference to the end.
Sure was, and that's what we talk about is you know, that when you really start getting good at them, you start hunting for them. Our guys are hunting for them. They become contagious. And this is the first time since I've been here that I feel like we're getting them in bunches early in the year. Normally it comes a little later. So, man, I feel like there's blood in the water, man. Our guys are starting to feel it, man. They want to be the next guy who gets the punch out or the strip or the interception, and we're hunting. If the ball's in the air, we're going after it, and that's a tenacious defense. You know, that's what they do, and that's what we're about right now. So, I thought Shep did a great job. Players, man, responded and showed up, and I thought we were aggressive. Thought we hit hard. I thought we hustled. I thought we played pretty smart football for damn near most of that game. You know, there was a couple we gave up, but it's really good, man. Defense really showed up.
What do you attribute the defense?
I'll come back to you.
You know, it's been a couple games now where they have been getting the takeaways and the sacks and everything. So what do you attribute that to going into season? Is something you thought different? Is it just because these guys have vaccinated before?
Yeah, no, listen, it's, you know, as always, we make an emphasis in practice. You know, we've got our every day we do some type of takeaway circuit, just like we do ball security on offense. We start every day right out of warm-up, and we go into those. You know, we coach them, we teach them. We try to highlight it. We try not to, we don't want it to be lip service. You know, there's a conscious effort to work at it. And then, man, we showcase these things, man. We show the team. You know, it's important to us. And, you know, we show it in the defensive meetings as well. And so I think there's a pride about it. And I do think we got football guys. You know, I think we have ball guys. You know, BB and Branch and Alex and Jack, man, they're hunting for them. And when you make a conscious effort to go after them, or if the ball's in the air, I'm going, that's my ball, I'm going to go get it, then, you know, good things happen. You know, they start coming out. So we're in a good place right now, and we're getting them, and we'll take them. We just got to keep working at it.
Coach, I know you guys are already nationally motivated, but when you get to share an experience like this with David Montgomery, and you come home, play in front of his family, how was that? What was the week like going into this week, especially after coming off last week's performance for him as well?
Yeah, you know, we wanted to get David going. You know, I wish we could have gotten it a little bit more. That's just kind of how the day went. But you know, I wanted to get him going. We wanted to get him going because I knew this would be something special for him, and see if we can get him some more work than we did last week. You know, and look, that was a product of the week too. I mean, that was a product of how that game kind of went. It's we didn't want it to be that way. You know, we want to get all our guys touches, man. We want to get St. Brown going. We want to get Ja going, and J-Mo, and him, and Laporta, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. And And so it was good to get him a piece of that production to help us. That was good. He got one throwing, he got one running. I thought he started to break it open in the second half, which was awesome. Started wearing down on that defense a little bit, and so that was good in that regard, man. I know that's special for him.
When we talk about heartbeat guys, just where's Montgomery on that, and what does he mean?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Just on heartbeat guys like Raymond last week and Montgomery this week, just what does he mean?
Everybody respects David Montgomery, and I think everybody roots for that guy because that guy will do anything for his teammates. Like, he lays it on the line on Sundays. He lays it on the line in practice. Like, you know what you're going to get out of David Montgomery. It's no different Saint. You know what you're going to get every Sunday out of St. Brown. But David is that guy. Heartbeat, like Leaf, yes. So he's going to do whatever it takes. He'll stick his face up there in protection. He'll run the dirty runs. He'll run downfield to make a block for a teammate in the pass game. He's all fucking team. Excuse my language. But so love the guy. We're fortunate to have him, and he's a stud.
More guys, Tesla, that maybe it's just sort of an under-the-radar play that saving that ball on the goal line. Kick comes on the next play on that special teams.
Yeah, big time.
Another one on Drew the holding penalty special teams too. His contributions, I guess, beyond the 1-2 catches.
Yeah, big time. And really the special teams aspect, we were going to need him to help us out. And now that Dorse was down, and he did, man, huge plays. And then that, the crosser there for the touchdown, that was big, man. Use his size, his length, and snag that ball away for a touchdown. Just thought he did some things. And then when we lost Leaf, now he's got to go in and play, and there'll be some things that he hasn't repped. He may have walked through them, got the mental reps, but you didn't get the physical reps because those were Leafs. And now, Scotty did a great job of moving those guys around a little bit. Okay, listen now, Tesla, you got to go here. You go to the Z. We need Saint. You sit at the F. JMO, you got to go X this one. Now you go to the Z. He goes there. So just thought they did a great job. But he stepped up for us.
What went into the Decker?
Last week, John, Mike, and Sean.
How concerned are you going forward? Are you expecting that?
Man, it just, every week the recovery has not, it's been less and less. He has not been able to quite catch up to, we feel like there's diminishing returns every week. Man, it's just a little, and we just felt like, man, we need to give this guy a little time, and I don't know how long, but this is so we get him back. That's what this is, man. Let's get this thing to calm down. Let's get some strength back in the shoulder to where he feels good. And so all of this is for a positive. We just felt like, man, coming down the wire yesterday, today, man, we need to back off of this and let's be smart with it. And so in that regard, I feel good.
How Gio played it.
Man, up and down. Up and down. I thought that he did some good things in the run game. I thought there were some play passes he did a good job. And then there were some that, man, they weren't good. And he'll learn from. He's got to learn from them. And that's what you look forward to, man. You don't want to have a couple of plays where your quarterback gets hit, but at the same token, that's probably the best way to learn too, because you don't want that to happen again. And it's like, man, what do I need to hone up? What can I do better? How do I handle this? But it's, look, that's his first real taste of real football, NFL, true, not preseason, it's real. So you grow from it, it's a good experience.
Mike and Sean, last two.
With the way that Monty played, you just touched on it, and answering John's question on Decker, is there any thought that maybe Monty could start against Kansas City, just give Decker a little bit more time to rest?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We're going to look at everything here. Certainly Skip's back, so we'll look at Skip. We brought Devin Cochran today. He's a candidate, and then we'll see where Decker's at. Obviously, that's always going to be our first choice, is to see where Decker is. But I don't want to put Decker out there if it means that we get a couple of games and we don't have him for the rest of the year. It makes no sense. So we'll play this smart. We'll do what's right, and then next man up. If it's not him, it's next man up. Whether that is Manu again, we'll see, or is it one of those other two guys I just mentioned?
John, last one.
Dan, you talk about things that played out, but I know that's usually every week. But do you feel like in some ways this team is kind of just scratching the surface?
Yeah, I feel like we have a ton of growth left. I do. I think where you get encouraged, I know for me, I said this going into, here we go, man, 2 weeks in a row. And we got 2 wins out of that, right? You can get frustrated at times about some of the ebbs and flows of the game, man. We play so good, and then there's these stretches where but ultimately what I feel good about is what I already mentioned, and that's the complementary football. Man, when we need it most, our defense steps up. When we need it most, our offense steps up. When we need it most, special team steps up. Those are signs of great teams, man, to me. And so we've got that part. That's the hard part. We got that. The other stuff, we can clean that up, and I think in that regard, yes, I think we still have so much growth left collectively that's the exciting thing. So, yes, we do.
Yeah, it feels like the last 2 weeks they've done that for us and given us short fields, and I think we capitalized on all of them but one tonight. Want to capitalize on all of them, and it's a big emphasis for us to continue to do is score off turnovers, especially at the clip our defense is getting them. So, yeah, a little area we can be better at, but they're doing a hell of a job.
You guys dialed up the touchdown pass for David. I'm just curious, from a player's perspective, how much does it mean when the team puts an effort into giving you a memorable moment in your homecoming game like you guys did for David?
Yeah, I don't know if that's why we did it. I think it was just a good play for this week. I think maybe the idea was to get him in the end zone in that way, but I don't know. I think it was really cool for him coming back here, seeing you could see the emotion he was dealing with, and being back here for the first time, I believe, in quite some time for him, and playing in front of some of his family, and it was cool. It was so cool. I wanted him to score so bad. The touchdown that he threw was kind of like, we need to get him in the end zone himself. So when he finally scored at the end there, it was fun.
What's your film breakdown of David's
Perfect
style and his execution?
1-for-1 touchdown. It's pretty good stats to me.
You guys usually have to kind of wait to see the film, but just maybe on the fly, what you thought of Manu stepping in there and.
I thought he fought his tail off. It's hard, man. It's his first game, and everybody's first game. There's going to be mistakes made, and that's what I tried to tell him is, dude, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Like just as long as the next one is better, and the next one you learn. I thought he fought hard. I know there's a couple he'd like back, but I thought he did some good things in the run game, and even the pass game there were some good moments too. But he fought.
Going into Sam Laporta's hot start and just his big day, and how were you able to feed him as much as you were today?
Yeah, it was fun. I think we got him that one early down the sideline, and then he scored later that drive. He's a big part of our offense, and again, we feel like we say it every week, but the more we get him involved, typically the better things are, and today was one of those days for him.
How was it to pull the secret weapon highs as a test line? I mean, he had 3 for 3 on his catch. Just talk about the
He had 3 catches?
No, just this season.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, he has had 3 big catches. He's been great. I think today the Leaf goes down. He has to fill in, play a lot of plays he probably hasn't practiced yet. He had to be studying, and it was cool to have him out there and catch that touchdown. It's great. Yeah, he played well.
You guys seem to play a complementary football. I mean, at least you have that, which figures why you're 4-1. Just how important is that for good football teams to play as complementary as you guys have played here to begin the season?
That really is kind of our hallmark these last 4 wins. When we've needed it on offense, they've picked us up on defense. When they've needed some help, we've picked them up on offense, and it hasn't always been perfect on both sides, but it always seems to be at the right moment. One of us is making the play that's helping out the other. Special teams as well. Obviously with last week with Khalif, and some of the punts Fox had today were just field flippers. Are huge. It's really huge. So we pick each other up. Good teams do that, and good teams win a lot of games in a row, and that's 4 in a row for us, and feels good.
Going back to Tesla real quick, just you've had new receivers and new tight ends come in over time, and you take some time to gain trust a little bit. Where do you think that you are? How comfortable do you feel with Tesla?
Very, very comfortable. His route tree will continue to grow. The stuff that we like him on right now is I'm very comfortable with him and then as we go on, there will be more things that I become very comfortable with him. But he's got great hands. He catches the ball away from his body. For me as a quarterback, that's like the number one thing that makes me pretty confident to throw it to you when you catch it away from your body. He's strong, he's physical, he's fast, he's smart, he does all the right things right. So just as time goes on, he'll continue to get more and more.